Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for the weekend, November 12th and 13th, 2016. Going to be a nice weekend as far as the sky condition is concerned, but a whole front moved through yesterday, and that's going to allow a deep trough to settle into the northeast and mid-Atlantic here. High pressure's off to our west, and that will give us those clear skies, but those winds will be coming in out of the northwest. Not very breezy today, thankfully, because it's going to be pretty chilly. But with that cold, we're not going to be getting out of the 40s in most locations. Might hit 50 down here by Philadelphia, points south and east, maybe. But I think you're in the 40s everywhere else. Might even be stuck in the upper 30s to near 40 up here in northeastern PA. As a matter of fact, let me go over to the high temperature map. This is the forecast from the GFS. And these are maximum temperatures here that we're looking at on Saturday. You can see a few pockets of upper 30s here, mixed up in the normal colder spots up in the mountains. But for the most part, low 40s up here, middle 40s up in this region here, and then we get to the upper 40s to near 50 as you get close to New York City and down here by Philadelphia, maybe into South Jersey and parts of Delaware. But anywhere else is going to be a lot cooler than it has been. Definitely the coolest day we've had so far. The only problem with this is it's a very transient shot, which means it's not going to stick around long. So we get into Sunday, and the high, so you can see what this high does. It actually moves a little bit off to the south of us here, and you can see instead of being out in this direction here, it's out here. So the wind direction comes in from a different direction. We now get a westerly flow. So that's not coming from this cold air source up to the north here, coming southwards. It's coming from the west, and that means the temperatures are going to moderate a little bit. And but I still don't think it's still a zonal flow. So this is going to keep temperatures near normal, and I really don't think it's going to fluctuate much from normal as we go into the upcoming week. We're going to stay pretty close to that. Maybe by the end of the period, as we get toward Thursday, we might finally start getting a little bit of warmth. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday time frame, we start getting a little bit warmer and going to slightly above normal temperatures. Looks like for about 5 days or so, according to our long-range update that we did last night. And if you did miss that, it is on the Facebook page. It's the pinned post on top of our Facebook page. You can see, though, we are going to get into the weekend here. We're going to have some very cold temperatures again Saturday night and Sunday night. And so temperatures will get down to freezing in the interior here on Sunday. As we get into Saturday night, though, it's going to be over a larger area. Here's a look at overnight Saturday night. You can see that freezing line going. This is the red line. Below freezing anywhere northwest of that. This is all below freezing here. Temperatures will generally be in the upper 20s here in these locations. So it'll be very cold. Probably one of our coldest nights so far for some areas. And that's, of course, but under clear skies on Saturday night. But in the Sunday night, we'll get back down to you'll have less coverage of those cold temperatures. That'll get down to maybe Philadelphia doesn't get to freezing as we get to Sunday night, and just the interior does. So either way, it's not going to be warm. Don't get the wrong idea. We are going to warm up on Sunday, but we're not going to be warming up to above normal temperatures yet. We're going to be hanging around what normal is considered to be for this time of year, which generally for most areas is mid 50s, maybe upper 50s down to further to the south and east. We're going to be watching this little pesky little weak area of low pressure that's going to be coming up the coast or off the North Carolina coast, and it's going to be heading up in this direction like this. But it might be close enough here that our eastern sections, late Monday night or Monday night, you could get a shower, and that would be generally along the coastal areas, south and east of 995. That's generally where we're looking at. Can't rule out that it gets a little bit further than that, but I think you're just have an increase of clouds up in this area here. That'd be Monday night and Tuesday, so you could have some partly to mostly cloudy skies in the interior, and that's about it. We're not expecting any precipitation as this continues off to the north and the east. We're also going to have a frontal boundary that's going to come through here. Looks like in the Wednesday night time frame. And again, frontal boundary is right here. Oop, let me go back to that. I don't know, just lost it. Let's see. The frontal boundary actually is situated right here like this, and coming through the area, but you don't see any precipitation with it because the best forcing is further north. And I don't think you're going to get, there's going to be one of those dry frontal passages Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Could be a shower. We're not ruling that out, but for the most part, we're dry. And then we get into later in the week, we're going to have an actual cold front come through. This is probably over the next weekend. It's probably going to be Saturday night into Sunday. And we're going to have to watch this one a little bit because some models are trying to develop an area of low pressure along this boundary. And depending on where this thing develops and at what time this cold front comes through, because behind this, believe me, there's some really cold air coming in behind this front on the 20th. I think it's at the end of our slightly above normal streak, and then we head back to slightly below normal temperatures after that. So we'll have to watch this, because if you have some low pressure enhancement, sometimes that draws in some cold air behind it, and you might even have some snowflakes out here in central PA. It's a little too early to discuss that yet. We're just going to keep an eye on it for this is next weekend. So a lot of different possibilities of that. Don't want to jump the gun on anything just yet. but looks like we're still not in the next 10 days looking at any winter precipitation as currently modeled. But stay tuned, because at the end of the month after Thanksgiving, we might get into a little bit more favorable pattern. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for the weekend, November 12th and 13th, 2016. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.